Let's start with the obvious. The arrival of our star guests backfired big time on Oninoshima. The debris didn't just crash into Daigo's portal, it ripped it open, unleashing not just problems, but full-blown catastrophe. Now the masked one, Daigo, is spinning up spires and draining the island's energy like a parasite. But here's the thing, can we even call him Daigo anymore? Thanks to some chilling dialogues from Jonesy Lego version, it's clear this isn't just a villain arc, it's something darker. Turns out, after defeating Daigo's boss in the Lego expedition, Jonesy slips up and says, "Our enemy, Hope calls him Daigo, but whoever that was, is long gone." Now he's just a corrupted hull, trying to do Cube knows what. So yeah, the mask is still there, but the man behind it? Long gone. And if you've got a good memory, this feels eerily familiar to what we saw back in Chapter 2, Season 6. You know, the one with bows, makeshift weapons, and primal chaos. Back then, we had Raz, the guy obsessed with the spire. He was poking around the structure where the foundation was trapped, and without fully realizing it, we helped him uncover an artifact tied time it's Daigo stepping into the same cursed spotlight. But that's not even the worst part. All this spiral magic madness back then, it's drawn attention from the last reality. Yeah, those sharks smelled the 0 points energy and stormed the island again. And the result? You guessed it, another apocalyptic mess. And here's the kicker, we might be heading straight for the same disaster. I'm almost 100% sure the activation of that 0 point shard, like those cryptic graffiti drawings with the TV. Yeah, Hope's been doodling them for seasons now. And let's not forget, her drawings tend to predict the future. Also, data miners recently uncovered a never-released skin, a general in some seriously ominous armor that screams last reality energy. Then there's the whole 0 point shard storyline, and the 0 point portal. I mean, what if the Nothing's been collecting 0 point fragments across dimensions all this time, trying to track the real thing down? And what about that dark presence in the spirit realm? 3 seasons now, and we still don't know what it is. It doesn't feel like the last reality at all, more like a mega demon that can literally control people's minds. Just look at what it did to Night Rose and Daigo. Only Jade managed to return from that realm unchanged, and something tells me we haven't seen the last of that plotline. Then there's the Visitor, the one who remembers everything and claims he's been to this island before. With how things are spiraling through all universe, I wouldn't be surprised if one of the newest locations this season. And yeah, we spotted something seriously weird. Right in the middle of it, there's this portal, and inside, you can actually see the 0 point. But here's the strange part. That can't be the Chapter 6 0 point, because it's shattered. We've been running around the island collecting the shards, and one of them's even trapped in the spirit realm. But this portal? The 0 point inside it looks untouched. That's not our 0 point, so what's really going on here? We don't have all the answers yet. Fortnite's keeping things mysterious. But what we do have is enough to start putting theories together. And to really get what's happening, we need to talk about how the worlds are connected. Fortnite linked Battle Royale to Lego Fortnite. That's why those Overlord spires started popping up in Odyssey. And now, there's a whole new expedition mode that's literally let us progress the Battle Royale story from inside Lego Fortnite. And how do we know these modes are connected? Easy. Same spires, same bosses, and both seasons dropped on the same day. Even wilder, they both end on the exact same day too. We're talking Lego, Battle Royale, and OG mode all tied together. But now the real question is, what's the connection between Battle Royale and Fortnite OG? What's the actual link between those islands? We already Fortnite OG, and the thread tying it all together is Singularity. Now you're probably thinking, OG is only in Season 4. Why would Singularity matter now if she doesn't show up until Season 9? And yeah, that's the exact mystery. Fortnite is planting seeds. They're hinting that Singularity still matters right now, in the bigger storyline. So either she's coming back early, or she's already involved in ways we don't fully see. Glowing sphere at the center, and 3 small pillars right next to it. Coincidence? Nah, this isn't just a nod. This is the vault, reimagined for Chapter 6. But hold up, I know what you're thinking. None of this is confirmed yet, right? True. Right now it's all theory, but everything lines up. And just like Lego Fortnite is connected to Battle Royale, it looks like Fortnite OG is getting roped in too. Let's talk about— here's where it gets creepy. This new visitor in OG, he's not the same one we met in Chapter 1. And the events? Theory that might sound crazy, but what if the real connection between OG and Battle Royale isn't singularity at all? What if it's the Visitor? In Chapter 1, the Visitor launched a rocket. OG and Battle Royale are synced now. They started the same day. They end the same day. If this theory is right, both maps are about to lose their protective bubbles. In Battle Royale, that means invasion. No more shield around the island. Outside forces? They're coming in. But if you missed the storyline video about our brand new heroes, I got it just right here. That's when Daigo realized he was the only one who could save Jade from the spirit realm. That moment kicked off the Demon Hunter's final event, where Daigo faced off against Shogun X, a demon sent to drain the island's energy. But Daigo, the man of 1,000 masks, won the fight and brought his sister back from the spirit realm. But here's where it gets crazy. While saving Jade, they discovered the actual 0-point shard had landed inside the spirit realm. And after that, Daigo snapped. He got obsessed with getting it back, convinced only he had the strength to use its power and protect the island. That obsession led straight to a deal with Fletcher Kane, a ruthless warlord who built his empire by stealing all the gold that surfaced during the last event. Daigo stepped through the portal and walked straight into a trap. Waiting on the other side, that same puppeteer who once controlled Night Rose now took over Daigo. That's when the Mask Maker was born, a twisted version who somehow found a way to return to our island. Remember when Big Dill dropped that mysterious shop on the map? Yeah, that was Demon Daigo creeping back in. And that explains why, during the Star Wars live event, another portal suddenly reopened in the mountains. While the whole island was caught in a galactic battle between the Empire and the Resistance, the Death Star locked onto Oninoshima. Palpatine? He didn't just want destruction, he wanted the island's loot. So he sent in Darth Vader, Captain Phasma, and legions of stormtroopers to take it. But Resistance fought back, led by Leia Organa, and with a plan to strike back hard. Hope and Jones led a Looper strike team right into the Death Star, pretending to be prisoners and guards to sneak inside. They reached the ship's core systems, sabotaged the shields, and gave their pilots a shot at blowing it up from the inside. But while they were escaping, boom, Palpatine shows up. Yeah, the Emperor tried to end it all with one final blast of Sith lightning, but right when all hope seemed lost, Hope, the character, pulled out a rift, threw it down like a shield, and bam, teleported the entire team off the Death Star just in time.
How did you know that would work?
I didn't!
Well, good work back there.
And that's how it all ties together. As we flew away, we looked back, just in time to watch our squad blow the Death Star to pieces, but not without consequences. The explosion sent debris raining down onto Oninoshima, and one of the fragments slammed straight into the Spirit Realm portal. That triggered a massive shockwave, knocking us all unconscious. Luckily, Superman was already on his way. Alarmed by the Death Star's destruction, he swooped in and rescued a group of kids stuck inside a downed battle bus. But here's the twist. The explosion did something. Every kid on board now had superpowers, and us, still unconscious, but not for long. That's where Fortnite Super officially begins. And trust me, the peaceful Thousand Faces shop is now a terrifying demon domain, guarded by demons wearing ancient power masks. At the top of that tower, Daigo himself. These masked soldiers have spread across the map, protecting strange spires that showed up overnight, and no one knows what they do. But let's be real, it won't be anything good. The dark force behind Daigo has realized something terrifying. Fortnite's not just one universe anymore. Since the end of 2023, we've seen millions of realities colliding at once, like the OG mode running parallel with this one. That's why we've got rifts in this season, and didn't have them back in Chapter 1, Season 4. Another world running at the same time? Lego Fortnite. Even there, the spires have started to appear, and Jones, who can now hop between realities, shows up in Lego form asking for help. Back in the main timeline, on Floating Island, we meet Kor. You might remember her from Chapter 2, an assassin hired by the Imagined Order. But now, she's back, and working for Daigo. Mask Maker forged her a power mask, and she's helping the Demon of 1,000 Faces for a very tempting price. And if you want to help keep this story alive, just use my creator code PUNKED in the item shop. Seriously, It's the best way to support the channel. Now let's talk heroes. While the villains wage war on the island, Hope and Jones have built their own superhero academy. They brought in legends like Midas, and even a now liberated Night Rose as instructors. Oh, and Superman? Yeah, he brought in Robin straight from the DC universe. He's already handing out missions, and a lot of people got theirs after the Star Wars event. That battle bus Superman saved? It was hit with some kind of magical burst, turning every passenger into a superhero. They were the first to enroll. Each kid has a unique gift. Killswitch turned into a full-on android. He can track enemy footsteps and slow down time while shooting. Haley Sky got her power from Fortnite's own storm. She can literally transform into a monster. And Ziggy? He didn't absorb any element from the island. He's a weird fusion of Summer Jonesy and a chameleon. Yeah, Fortnite's wild. And yeah, it looks like that's just the beginning of what these new powers can do. Next up, Morgan Mist. And honestly, she might just where you can track her shadows, and inside the academy, they're keeping her cloak locked away. Rumor has it unlocks some of the craziest abilities we've ever seen. And yeah, her evolution, her powers, and everything else in this story. I'll be covering all of it right here on the channel. So don't forget to sub, or you'll miss it when it drops. Now let's talk about Synthwave. We don't know much about her, but based on what we've seen, she was probably vibing with her headphones on when the blast hit. And boom, her power is now completely tied to music. And finally, there's Light Rider. She absorbed the raw energy of Fortnite matter. Yeah, those glowing blue cubes you see when players get eliminated, that stuff. And she shaped it into a power of her own, a custom hoverboard she can literally fly on. So now that we know the heroes and the villains of this season, we gotta dive deeper. Hope's asking for help investigating Core's mission. But to do that, we need to talk to Kendo, Daigo's brother, who's seriously worried about what happened to him after entering the spirit realm. Turns out, Daigo isn't acting on his own. He's being possessed by the puppeteer. That changes everything. Daigo's not the one trying to control all the realities. It's the dark entity from the demon world pulling the strings. So we report back to Hope, and she's got a plan. Destroy the spires, rescue Daigo, enter the demon realm, and defeat the dark presence once and for all. But get this, we're just getting started. The best part of this chapter's story still ahead. And what's wild is how they're starting to link all of this into a final crossover event. A complete universe clash where every mode gets pulled in, resetting the lore, the characters, the entire story. Basically, a Fortnite 2.0. New era, new rules, everything changes. Too soon to say for sure, but if it's real, we're probably at least a year and a half away.